Hey yo, my name is Zaya, and these are my feelings on Arata and Kakuja as a whole in GHOUL. Okay, this is not a video to show you the requirements of Arata or Kakuja. If we knew that, we would have already made a video. Okay, these are purely my feelings alone, Zaya's feelings, and I just felt like making a video about it, so let's do it. Right? I would understand if Arata and Kakuja had harsh requirements, simply because they are modes. Modes have innately more power than being just normal, right? More specifically, this targets modes in a permadeath environment, right? That means that if everyone was running around with modes, you can only enter permadeath with mode for fear of your life. That's literally it. For fear of your life, you can only enter with mode just to save yourself, right? If people were running around permadeath, wiping everyone with modes, it would feed into the loss of a player base because they would be like, I just died to a mode and now I have to restart. Not to mention, progression is already not good. It's not good at all, right? But they would have to either spend $10 simply to come back to someone that wiped them in mode, or they would have to restart and do everything from the ground up, right? Yeah, that would be a huge loss in player base just because of how absolutely annoying that is and how unfair it is in general, right? Imagine a ghoul not being able to play any other Kagane except Ken simply because Arata and Kakujas can simply dominate them in PD. That is not fun. Running around with Ken, not enjoying it at all, not enjoying the base mode, only running around in PDs with Kakuja, it doesn't seem like a valuable experience at all, right? I can't, honestly. I can't imagine a game where if I join permadeath, I basically know how I'm gonna die. It's not to a random user, it's not to a random CCG, it's not to jumps, it's to someone that has mode. Because you could always counteract jumps with more jumps, right? You can always counteract like all that. But if you fight a group of ghouls, just imagine you fight a group of ghouls with Ken Kakuja in PD, there's absolutely no way you're going to survive. There's none at all. Like 0% survival rate at all. And that's not fun, knowing how you're gonna die. Guaranteedly dying to someone with mode. So I can get the requirements being specific or really harsh. However, this is a completely different story when there's modes in a game and we are at such a loss of knowing how to obtain them. We are so lost as a player base. We are. We get these little hints every now and then, fuels our fire. It doesn't change anything. We have yet to move on from stage one. We have yet to move on from stage one. And there are people going 10 hours a day based off of information devs give and still not finding even an inch of a clue. There's even hackers in the game that can't find out how to get Arata or Kakuja. That's insane. That's genuinely insane. It's gotten to a point where people are endlessly running around with a sliver of hope trying to find an NPC or an extra requirement. Even in games that have CC, closed community, or testing, have more information about the modes and how to obtain them than we do. As a player, This is not okay. They give so much hope to the players because, well, right now we are lacking content. In honesty, we're lacking content. We need a little bit more content. Um, and this is basically all the content endgame people have, finding out how to get Kakuja or Arata, and it works. Maybe this is a ploy for player engagement. Maybe it really does exist, but so rare that it's impossible to obtain. Either way, the hints we are gaining isn't enough evidence to back up the claim. I doubt even YouTubers who are set know any of the requirements. Honestly, I severely doubt they do. The situation is getting really bad for players, and a lot of people are losing hope because we're gaining hints but not getting any closer. Not a single bit. There is probably one hint or one known requirement for the stage of grief and no known requirements for Arata stage 2. We don't even know how many stages there are. Well, for the stages of grief, there's 5. But for Arata, there could be 5 too. Who knows? Who knows, honestly? My opinion is it's probably unobtainable right now. Honestly, it would be a bad idea to have it obtainable in a PD setting. It just sucks that we don't know anything. It could be obtainable. It could not be obtainable. We don't know, right? I feel like once we get enough Kakujas or permadeath is actually removed, we'll finally get some evidence backing up this. Like some actual like devs being like, this is how I did it, or I got it by doing this. Look, an NPC's here or something. Or maybe even the actual requirement to obtain it. But until then, I don't think it's worth stressing over and grinding for, in my opinion. It's just an endless battle, honestly. And it could be for player engagement, like I said. It could exist, but we don't know. And it just sucks to feel like this as a player, of course. I'm just a player here. That's it from me. Just wanted to go over my feelings. If some people relate to me, I'm glad we can relate. It just, I don't think it's worth grinding for or stressing over. Like, literally waiting for it or waiting for the devs to give something more than just hints would be ideal in my mind, at least. Anyways, that's it. That's it from me. See ya. Bye bye.